Success is not one big step. It's a series of small steps taken every day. You know, people often ask me, Jim, what's the secret? What's the one big thing that successful people do? And I tell them, there is no one big thing. The truth? It's not the grand gestures that change your life. It's not the $1 million deal. It's not the overnight miracle. It's the small wins. The little victories that seem insignificant in the moment, but they build. They grow. They stack on top of each other like bricks until suddenly there it is. A solid wall of achievement. A life transformed. Let me tell you, big success is made up of small disciplines. Big change is made up of small improvements. And big dreams, they begin with small wins. So today, we're going to talk about the power of small wins and why, if you learn to value them, to chase them, to celebrate them, they will carry you farther than you ever imagined. You know, I used to think success came in big packages, a grand opportunity, a major breakthrough, a moment where everything changes. But let me tell you what I've learned after all these years. It's not the big things that change your life. It's the small things you do consistently. That's right. You don't have to climb the mountain in a day. You just have to take the first step, then the next, and the next. That's what we call a small win. Now, what's a small win? It's simple. It's making your bed in the morning when you don't feel like it. It's choosing water over soda. It's reading 10 pages of a good book instead of scrolling on your phone. It's saying thank you when nobody expects it. It's something small, but intentional. And the key is you did it on purpose. That's what builds character. That's what builds momentum. That's what builds a successful life. You see, most people are waiting for the big win, the lottery ticket, the perfect job, the big client, the moment the stars align. But here's the truth. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. And how do you become that person? By stringing together small wins. Let me give you an example. There was a time in my life when I was broke. I had pennies in my pocket and nothing in the bank. And I thought, how did I get here? The answer wasn't complicated. It was small decisions made poorly over time. I wasn't doing anything wrong in a big way, but I wasn't doing anything right in a small way either. So I started small. I said, Jim, today you're going to save $1. Just $1. That was my first small win. And let me tell you something. That $1 changed my life because it wasn't about the money. It was about the discipline, the control, the decision. And once I won that small battle, I wanted to win another. That's how it begins. That's how success grows. Now let's talk about the psychology of this. Every time you accomplish something, even the smallest task, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. That's the chemical of reward, of motivation, of this feels good, do it again. And here's what happens. If you celebrate your small wins, you start to believe in yourself. You begin to say, I am the kind of person who keeps promises. I can make progress. I do have what it takes. Now, isn't that powerful? Because that's where belief comes from. Not from the outside, but from your own behavior. Confidence is not given. Confidence is earned by winning your own private battles. And every day gives you the opportunity to do just that. Look around your life right now. What are 3 small things you could do today that would move your life forward? I mean small, not world-changing, just progress. A phone call, a walk, a book, a budget, a conversation, a kind word. Now, do one, just one. You'll feel it. The win, the power, the pride. Because it's not about impressing others. It's about impressing yourself. Now here's the thing about small wins. They compound. You ever heard of the compound effect? One drop doesn't fill the bucket, but enough drops consistently will overflow it. That's how success happens. Success isn't about doing something extraordinary. It's about doing something simple, consistently. That's the power of small wins. So what happens when you ignore them? Well, that's the other side of the coin. Because failure doesn't show up overnight either. It sneaks in. One skipped workout, one ignored call, one missed opportunity. You don't notice it at first, but soon you've built a wall of regret, one brick at a time. So if you want to change the direction of your life, start winning again. Not the world. Not yet. Just today. Win today. Because if you can win today, you can win tomorrow. And if you win tomorrow, you're already building a better life. It's simple, but it's not easy. Because most people overlook what's small. They're waiting for something dramatic. But the person who masters the small things is the one who ends up with the big rewards. Don't despise the small win. Cherish it. Stack it. Multiply it. Because small wins become strong habits. Strong habits build strong character. And strong character creates an extraordinary life. Now listen carefully. A small win is powerful. But a small win repeated, that's where the magic begins. You see, anybody can do something once. One good decision, one productive day, one burst of energy. But success, real lasting success, comes from the ability to do it again and again and again. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And what is discipline, really? It's learning how to turn a small win into a daily habit. Now here's something worth writing down. One small win creates pride. Daily small wins create transformation. Let me tell you, habits shape our lives far more than inspiration ever will. We all get inspired from time to time. But the person who masters daily disciplines wins long after the motivation fades. So the question is, how do you take one small win, just one, and build it into your life? Let me show you the process. 1. Start with awareness. You can't improve what you don't notice. Most people are moving through life on autopilot. They're not failing because they're making huge mistakes. They're failing because they're unaware. Unaware of how they spend their time. Unaware of the words they speak. Unaware of the small choices that are directing their life. So the first step in building a small win into a habit is to become aware of it. Say, this right here, this decision, this moment, this is a win. I choose this. Write it down. Name it. Celebrate it. Awareness brings it to life. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Now you're ready for the next step. 2. Attach it to a routine. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Check your phone? Complain? Rush? Or do you take control? You see, habits stick best when you anchor them to something familiar. It's called habit stacking. For example, after I make my coffee, I write in my journal. After I brush my teeth, I say my goals out loud. After I sit down at my desk, I read one page of something valuable. You're not just creating new actions, you're attaching them to the flow of your day. And the more you repeat them, the more natural they become. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. That's the difference between potential and results. 3. Make it so easy you can't miss. Now, here's the trap most people fall into. They start too big. They say, I'll run 5 miles every morning. I'll read a book a week. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. That sounds good, but it's not sustainable. Start small. You don't have to read a whole book. Just one page. One paragraph. One sentence. You don't have to change your entire diet. Just drink one more glass of water. Say no to dessert. Just once. Make it easy. Make it obvious. Make it automatic. That's how habits grow. Remember, success is not what you do once. It's what you do daily. 4. Track it and stack it. There's power in tracking your habits. Get a notebook. Use a calendar. Draw an X every time you complete your small win. Why? Because progress creates motivation. And nothing feels better than a growing streak of consistency. And once you've built one small habit, stack another on top. One at a time. Layer by layer. Like bricks in a foundation. That's how champions are built. Not overnight, not by accident, but by stacking small wins into strong habits over time. We must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And I'll tell you, discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. 5. Build a system for your life. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Most people don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because they lack structure. Structure creates freedom. A morning routine, a set bedtime, an environment that supports your habits. That's a system, and it protects your progress. So don't just build a habit. Build a lifestyle that makes the habit easy. Remove distractions. Reduce friction. Design your surroundings to make winning the default. That's what smart people do. That's what successful people do. So let's bring it all together. If you want to change your life, don't start with 10 goals. Start with one habit, one small win. Practice it. Repeat it. Track it. Stack it. Design your environment around it. And most of all, believe in it. Because when you begin to act like the person you want to become, eventually you become that person. So, remember this. Small wins turn into strong habits. Strong habits turn into consistent behavior. And consistent behavior turns into unshakable identity. And that, my friend, is how you go from average to extraordinary. You see, there's something deeper than just the act of winning. It's what happens inside you when you win. When you start to string together those small victories, day after day, something shifts. Belief begins to grow. Belief is not just a feeling. It's a force, a quiet power that changes everything. It starts small, almost unnoticed, but it grows. When you win your first small battle, maybe waking up early or saying no to temptation, you say to yourself, I can do this. It's not a grand declaration. It's a whisper inside. And as those wins add up, that whisper grows louder. You start to believe you are someone who keeps commitments, someone who follows through, someone who has control over their life. This belief fuels your actions. It pushes you forward on days when motivation is low. It steadies you when challenges arise. Remember, most people fail not because they don't have the skill or the knowledge. They fail because they don't believe in themselves. Not really. They see obstacles as walls, whereas belief sees them as stepping stones. When your belief is strong, you stop making excuses. You stop blaming circumstances. You begin to own your life. Here's the truth. Your level of success will never exceed your level of belief. And belief doesn't come from luck or chance. It comes from experience, from the proof you give yourself every day. When you accomplish small wins, you prove to yourself over and over that you are capable, that you can improve, that you can overcome. The great thing is, belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others begin to believe in you too. You carry a new energy, a quiet confidence. You walk taller. You speak clearer. You act bolder. But this isn't about arrogance. It's about authenticity, the confidence that comes from knowing your own worth. This belief turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's the foundation upon which greatness is built. You see, belief is the soil where the seeds of success take root. Without belief, even the best ideas wither and die. But with belief, those same ideas grow into mighty oaks. So how do you build belief? You build it the same way you build muscle, with consistent effort, with small wins. Every time you say, I will, and then follow through, your belief grows. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when it's hard, your belief grows. Every time you overcome resistance, your belief grows. Eventually, your belief becomes unshakable. It becomes a beacon that guides your decisions, a compass that keeps you on course. That's why it's so important to never underestimate the power of small wins. They're not just tasks checked off a list. They're declarations of belief. They're moments when you say to yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am enough. And that's the power that will change your life. So next time you feel small, Next time you doubt yourself, remember the small wins you've already had. Remember the proof you've given yourself. Because belief isn't built in a day. It's built in moments, in choices, in the quiet victories no one else sees. Keep winning those moments. Keep building that belief. And watch how your life begins to transform. Momentum is one of those things that's invisible at first. You don't see it clearly when you start out. It's subtle, gentle, almost like a whisper on the wind. But make no mistake, momentum is a force to be reckoned with. It's what carries you forward when your willpower runs low. It's the energy that keeps you going after the initial excitement fades. It's the quiet engine behind every great success. You see, momentum doesn't happen by accident. It's earned, built one step at a time. When you start winning those small battles, those small wins, you begin to build momentum, like pushing a heavy boulder. At first, it barely moves. It's slow, exhausting, but keep pushing, keep showing up. And then suddenly, the boulder starts to roll. It picks up speed. It picks up power. And now what once was difficult becomes easier. Momentum creates a cycle. It fuels more wins. More wins create more momentum. And that momentum brings bigger victories. But here's the catch. Momentum can also work against you. If you stop pushing, the momentum fades. The boulder slows down. It stops. Sometimes it even rolls back. That's why the most successful people know the importance of never losing momentum. They guard it like a treasure. They understand that momentum is the secret sauce behind lasting achievement. Let me tell you this. Momentum is not about grand gestures or massive changes. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day. You don't need to sprint every day. Sometimes a steady, purposeful walk is enough because momentum loves movement, no matter how small. The danger is in stopping. That's why a small win isn't just a win, it's fuel. Fuel for momentum. And momentum is the silent force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it gathers snow and speed. What began as a tiny ball becomes an unstoppable force. Your journey is no different. Each small win you collect adds to your momentum. Each positive choice you make pushes you forward. The great secret is this. Momentum compounds. The longer you keep going, the harder it is to stop. And when momentum is on your side, your goals don't seem so far away anymore. Your challenges don't feel so heavy. Momentum creates confidence. It creates belief. It creates energy. And that energy drives you toward your destiny. So how do you build momentum? Simple. Keep winning those small battles. Keep stacking those small wins. Keep moving forward, even if it's just a little bit each day. And when you feel tired, when you feel like giving up, remember this. Momentum is a force you can create. You are the one who chooses whether it grows or fades. So be intentional. Be consistent. Be relentless. Because momentum is the silent partner in every success story. It doesn't shout. It doesn't boast. It just works quietly behind the scenes, turning effort into achievement. And that, my friend, is the power you hold in your hands. Now, we come to something very special, something that most people overlook, but it's the real secret behind lasting success. It's called compounding. The power of compounding wins. You may have heard of compounding in finance, how money grows over time when interest is reinvested. But compounding is much more than just numbers. It applies to your habits, your actions, your wins. Compounding is what happens when small wins are not just isolated moments, but connected, linked, one after another. When those small wins start to build upon each other and create a force that's bigger than the sum of its parts. Let me be clear. Compounding is slow. It's gradual. It doesn't happen overnight. That's why many people give up too soon. They want instant results. They want quick fixes. But compounding requires patience. It's like planting a tree. You don't get shade the day you plant the seed. You don't get fruit the first season. But if you nurture it day after day, year after year, that tree grows. It grows tall. It grows strong. Eventually, it gives you shade and fruit for a lifetime. Your small wins are like those seeds. Every time you invest an hour into your growth, every time you choose to do the right thing instead of the easy thing, you're planting a seed. Each small win feeds the soil of your potential. Each one waters the roots of your character. Each one strengthens the trunk of your resolve. And over time, those wins compound. 1 hour of learning today. 1 positive choice tomorrow. 1 new habit next week. Together, they add up. You may not see it right away, but look back a year from now. Look back 5 years from now. You will be amazed at how far you've come. Compounding wins work like magic, but they're not magic at all. They're the result of discipline, of persistence, of steady effort. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And the only way to get better is through consistent small improvements. The compounding effect of your wins multiplies your abilities. It multiplies your confidence. It multiplies your opportunities. Soon, the results you thought were impossible become your reality. But here's the kicker. Compounding can work against you too. If you allow small losses to pile up, if you neglect your habits, if you give in to discouragement, those losses compound as well. Small mistakes add up. Small bad habits grow stronger. Small missed opportunities multiply. So be careful what you feed. Be mindful of where you invest your time and energy. Feed your wins. Fuel your progress. Protect your momentum. And remember, compounding is your greatest ally in the journey of life. It turns the ordinary into extraordinary. It transforms potential into achievement. It's the silent power behind every success story. And it's available to you. All it takes is 1 hour a day. 1 small win at a time. 1 hour to invest in yourself. 1 hour to improve. 1 hour to build belief. 1 hour to create momentum. 1 hour to harness the power of compounding. That hour is your gateway, your secret weapon, your key to a life beyond your dreams. So start today. Start now. Because when you harness the life-changing power of compounding wins, there's no limit to what you can achieve. As we come to the close of this message, remember this truth. Change doesn't happen in a day. It happens in the moments you choose to take action. 1 hour, 1 small win, 1 step forward. It all adds up. You have within you the power to shape your future, not by giant leaps, but by steady steps. Start with that. 1 hour a day. Make it your promise to yourself. Because when you do, you're not just changing your day, you're changing your life. And that, my friend, is the beginning of greatness. Thank you for listening. Now go take that first step.